All right, so we have another special guest. Of course, we're going till 6, and we do this every year. And you hear a lot of us say ALL. And Tina and Katie Nestor are here. And actually, in 2008, Katie had been diagnosed with ALL. Katie, I want to hear you say what ALL stands for.
Acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
Do you remember, Katie, so that was 2008. How old was she then, Mom?
She had just turned 6.
What do you remember when they first told you that you were sick, that you had ALL?
Not really.
Yeah, you didn't understand it either. Like, it must have been hard to even grasp that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're 11 going on 12 now.
Yeah.
And you're doing great. You look great. All right, Mom. So we're going into 2008. What happens? What happens that brings you to the doctor, to the hospital?
We're about a week after kindergarten finished, so we're on summer break, and she was sleeping for 12 hours a day and then coming downstairs and saying how tired she was. Her legs were covered in bruises and her coloring was off.
Wow.
So I took her to the doctor thinking maybe she had mono or she was anemic, something.
Sure, anemic, yeah.
Never did I imagine.
What did he say?
She actually.
She?
But,
You'll never forget it. I know that.
I picked up the phone and she told me to ask me if I was alone or to go in the same room with my husband, that she had news for us. And once she started talking and I heard the word cancer, I didn't really hear much after that. I had to hand the phone to my husband, and he took the rest of the call. And then we were told to go to the hospital within the next hour. Her hemoglobin was a 4, so they were shocked that she was even standing, so she needed blood that night and platelets. We spent the first couple nights in the hospital here in Peoria, and then went straight down to Memphis.
And how quicker was the turnaround that you actually went to Memphis from the time that you were told on the phone that she had ALL?
We got to the hospital about 1 a.m. on Friday, and we were in Memphis on Sunday afternoon or evening.
Do you remember that? Do you remember going to Memphis a little bit?
Sort of.
Okay. And what do you remember going in there, Tina? What it was like when you walked into St. Jude in Memphis?
Well, it was kind of a little strange for us now, knowing what we know about St. Jude, because it was late at, it was about 7 o'clock on a Sunday evening. Mm-hmm. So it was really quiet. Sunday's probably the quietest day at the hospital. But once we got checked in and up to our room, we just knew we were in the right place. The nurses, the doctors, they were, all in our room trying to explain everything to us and get us started. And it was very overwhelming, mm-hmm. obviously, but a very comforting feeling knowing where we were at.
Yeah. And what was how long was her treatment before she, they finally got it gone?
Well, she went into remission actually right away. So we got down there first part of June, and she went into remission within the first few weeks. But she still had 2.5 years of treatment. So she finished treatment in December of 2010, and we were just told last January that they now consider her to be cured.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And now, what grade are you in?
6th.
Do you like boys yet?
No.
You will.
Did you ever get a bill from St. Jude?
No. They cover everything from travel expenses to your expenses while you're down there to all the medical. And that was such a huge, relief. One thing that we didn't have to worry about on top of everything that we were.
Did you have to fill out pages of paperwork to get that help from them?
No. Nothing.
Sometimes with programs you have to do like 30 pages of things.
Paperwork.
Yeah, so to know, regardless of income, job, that they're just like, hey, we want to help the kids, and it goes direct to the kids, and that's so they can do more that way. We've asked it before, but I know it's easier for a mom. Of course, how grateful are you to St. Jude? They gave you your baby.
I know. She may not be standing here with us today without St. Jude, so we're forever in debt and grateful, and we try and get involved in as many St. Jude events as we can, and try and get our friends involved. because we can never repay them for what they've done.
And what do you want to do when you grow up? Now that you're going to live and get old like me,
I don't know. I might want to be a doctor or something.
would you be a St. Jude doctor?
Yeah.
That would be phenomenal, right?
That's how you repay them.
Yeah.
Paying it forward right there.
Exactly. So seeing it firsthand, Tina, for anybody that's listening that has healthy children that never has even stepped foot in a St. Jude affiliate in Memphis or here, what would you say to them to let them know how important their donations are?
Just be so thankful that you're not in our situation, but know that there are so many children that are, and so many children that are fighting, and St. Jude is such an amazing place, and they're saving the lives of many children.
Well said. 800-566-9690. Well, you guys, we appreciate you coming in
Thank
as
you.
always.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And congratulations on the clean bill of health there. Little
Yeah, so awesome. Love
I'm
that.
telling all the boys you're available.
she shook her head. She's like, oh, no.
Okay.
With those blue eyes, you better watch it.
We'll give you a couple of years. Your mom will be thankful if we give you a couple of years anyway. All right. 800-566-9690. We need 12 Partners in Hope this year. You just heard an amazing example of hope right there on the microphone. 800-566-9690. Thank you very much for coming in.
Yeah,
and God
thank
bless you
you.
guys.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you for your continued support of St. Jude and for everything that they've done for you. I know you want to repay tenfold.
Yeah, and I hope she
Absolutely.
gets to be a doctor for St. Jude. I think that'll be awesome.
You like homework?
No.
Oh, we better talk.